Hello! I said I'll be back to do this, and here I am. So, the aim here, you would have seen me kind of map it out, is to do a big square for both of them. Kind of actually, more rectangle. Anyway, doing the borders with the sewing machine. I know how to use this now. I'm pretty much an expert at this point. I'm really not. That was a lie. But I have done both, and we're moving on. So here's the plan. A bigger outline for the stars, where I will trace around it. You'll see it in a second. Once I've done that, I will leave a gap as well. That's what I'm pointing to now, and then I can flip it back the right way round. However, the gap I left was incorrect. I ended up making this a little bit smaller because the points would not work. They wouldn't form when I turned it back the right way around. So, made it a little bit smaller, then I had great difficulty but used the pencil that is there in the background, and I'm going to show you in a second, to flip it the right way around, and eventually we got there. I had to use the end of the pencil to do the points of the star. Here's me trying to show you, but it's very difficult. Sorry, I didn't have my tripod or anything to stand it on downstairs, so this is what you've got to deal with. Again, apologies. Is anyone else dropping a lot of stuff recently, by the way? I keep dropping things. Anyway, tangent aside, here it is. Here's the finished product, kind of. I noticed that I had created a hole, so I needed to stitch that up. But for the most part, there's me dropping it again. For the most part, we're good. I have some British wool that I'm stuffing it with, which you would have seen if you watched any of my crochet stuff. I did pick it up. And this thread, which I thought was the closest colour match that I possibly own. So that hole is going to get stitched up along with the opening that I have. And this is her. This is the finished star. I don't think that's the right way around. I think that is the right way around, but it just had a loose thread, so I thought I could use that to show you guys. I hand stitched this piece there, and here's the ones I made earlier. So this is the first one. This was my hand stitch one. This is the second, which is the first time I used the sewing machine after a long time. And finally, we have the final one, which I'm super happy with, but I've got to make so much more because I wanted to make enough for a mobile. So we'll see how this goes. I do want to create other things. Maybe I chose the absolute most difficult shape I could have possibly chose, but I liked the challenge. I also like the idea of not having to use the internet to help me for the most part. It was fun. It was fun figuring it out, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Come back for more.